Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second and final segment with Pippen Prime. Enjoy the show.
My favorite was when people come into the stream and they're just like, "Damn, man, that's a fat cloud." I'm just like, "I got precipitation up in this beach.
That's right.
It's about to start raining today." You guys are like, that's my favorite. I love that.
Uh, I've seen you stream Apex. I've seen you stream Rocket League. Now I know we just had this conversation, but tell it again for the audience. What other games do you play?
So I'm mainly playing Apex right now, but I do Rocket League with my buddy Jack, and we'll do this drinking game, and it's always a good time. I've played a little Overwatch lately, a little bit of
So wait,
CS.
Go back to the drinking part on Rocket League. So how does this work? You got to tell us how this works.
All right, so you buy a case of brewskis or whatever you plan on drinking. Maybe you're a liquor fan. I don't know. Doesn't matter. And the way it works is that we hop into a game, and if I hit a really good shot, Jack drinks. If Jack hits a really good shot, I drink.
You drink.
If I miss a ball really badly and they score, I drink. If he misses a ball really badly and they score, I drink, or he drinks.
He drinks, right?
And then if we're playing with three people, it's kind of like a combination. So like if me and Jack make a cool play, the other person drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa between all three of us. And it usually just ends up like I missed the ball a little bit. I'm drinking. Basically, just ends up anything you do becomes a drink. I missed the boost, drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My bad. Oh, my bad. Let me take a drink. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll drink to that one, I guess.
All
It's
right.
a fun way to get hammered with the boys.
Yeah, that's always fun. So, do you ever do any late night drunk streaming?
I used to do that a lot, but I tried to steer away from that a little bit because I
Little
don't
bit.
want people to see me looking like a slobber.
Yeah.
But
So I interrupted you. You were telling us about. So we know you play Apex. We know you play Rocket League, and you mentioned Overwatch.
mhm.
So you play that a lot as well, or?
I played it a lot more when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot. It was one of those games I played for like a couple months and then just kind of hopped on to another game.
Right.
But I also played Monster Hunter. PSO2, which I mentioned earlier, is a game that I love to play. I haven't been able to play it, but it's coming out to Game Pass 2020. I'm hella excited for that. Shout out to Game Pass. Thank you very much. Appreciate
So
it.
what is PSO2? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
So Fantasy Star Online is what PSO2 stands for.
Okay.
There was one prior to it called just Fantasy Star PSO. And it's a game where you go around, you slay these big monstrous beasts and get like their material, you build like armor, you level up. You can combo characters, so there's like hunters, rangers, what is another one? There's a couple of classes you can pick, and you can like combo them and use like their skills as well. So like you got dexterity, strength, intelligence, all that stuff that you would normally have in those kinds of games.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically just keep leveling up. Keep getting better gear, and like the way it's paced is just so fun. Like it's one of those games where you can like combo and keep comboing and just you're up in the air and you just keep going up and you're just still hitting mad combos.
So this is more of like a PvE type
Yeah,
game?
yeah, it's
Got you.
definitely.
Got you.
It's usually with like a squad, so like got like 4 people or something.
I got you. So have you ever
Mhm.
played anything like Arcade or Black Desert or any of those kind of games?
I did play Black Desert. I played Elder Scrolls. What's the other one that I think of? I played a little bit of WoW, but a very minimal amount. What else? Another one. What's the one? Dragon Age. I played that for a while on my Xbox. That was a pretty fun game to play.
What about MOBAs like Dota or League of Legends?
Nope, I've never really got into those.
Never could.
I played them for maybe an hour in total of my whole life. So
So
very
I'm horrible at League of Legends, but I gave it a shot. So then again, I'm horrible at most games. So let's see. You mentioned something else. I was trying to remember what it was that you said.
Oh, I also played Diablo a lot. I played a
Diablo.
lot of Diablo.
Okay, you played Diablo 3. Been playing
Yep.
that at all? That's
Yep,
fun.
I played that actually not that long ago. I played it for I want to say it was like 4 months ago. I played it with a couple of buddies and we were grinding like the season where you could like get to whatever level. If you do like all the challenges, you get some like set gear, which gives you a lot better abilities. Like all your skill sets match, and you can do some pretty crazy combos and damage. And they have whatever the ability is depending on the character.
Got you.
Yeah,
Now
that game is pretty fun.
I noticed you do a lot of 24-hour streams too.
I do. A lot of
So
them.
so what's that about? Tell me, like, why?
Um,
What made you think about doing that, and why?
So when I first started getting into Apex, I was playing with a couple of buddies named Mwend and Dats, and I haven't really seen him in a while. It kind of like took off took a break. It's been a while, probably like 2 months now since I've really played with him. But Emwen started streaming again, and he was like, "Man, I'm just gonna send it." And somehow we got on the idea of 24 hours, and we ended up doing six of them in a row on like the weekend. So like Saturday to Saturday we would do one. We did 6 Saturday 24 hours in a row, and then I think he had to work or something on a Sunday, so we stopped that weekend. And then I guess my core concept to why I'm doing it is hard work pays off. Put
That's
the
right.
time in, you get the reward, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely helped. I probably don't need to do one every weekend, but I just do them as much as I can because I love the stream. I want to be somebody that people look up to. Like, this guy grinds. He's dedicated to the cause. Like, this man deserves something, you know.
No
No, I guess
doubt.
not even the deserve part, but like just that he does 24 hours every week, and this guy's insane.
Yeah,
That kind of
well, that's a fact. That's a fact. So how do you, man? How do you stay awake? I mean, like, not trying to sound like an old geezer here, but I remember. Don't get me wrong. When I was younger, and so I got my gaming tag. I created my Vondu gamer tag back in 1999 playing EverQuest. And there were some times when I'd start playing that game, and the next thing I know, I'd look and I'd see sunshine coming through the windows, and it was just because it was so, you were engulfed in the game. So, so what do you like? Do you take breaks during these 24-hour streams? What do you?
So I always have like a little prep before. So like on Friday, I'll always go to the store, make sure I got some goodies to keep me going. Like, I'll go get cereal for breakfast. I'll go get some eggs and stuff. Just like quick food to make so you don't have to step away from the stream for too long. I always sleep enough, but not too much, so where you're like groggy from getting too much sleep. Like
Right.
you sleep for 12 hours, you wake up and you're still tired.
Right.
That's no way to do it. So I try to get like a rough amount of like 8 to 10 hours depending. That's worked pretty good for me. So I got like a pretty good schedule in mind to how I want to do it the day before to make sure I can be at peak performance for the most of it. I do drag on near the end, like the 20 to 24 hours is usually pretty rough, but not always. I have gamer stretches. That's one thing that I've coined that a lot of people think is funny, that I'll be like, all right, time to do some gamer stretches. It's been like 6 hours since I've gotten up. Time to do some squats and stretching and leg workouts kind of thing, just to get the blood pumping
flowing.
in.
Yep. Lots of caffeine, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see this behind me. This is my thing I always drink is Focus. And I like that a lot. It's a good product. But there's also the halfway point, which is usually where you do the inaugural halfway shower. So 12 to 14 hours. I gotta hop in the shower because I feel greasier than a Denny's grease trap in the back of the parking lot.
Well, that probably wakes you up, makes you feel better too. So
yeah, it's basically like you're a whole new man. Like, you're ready to go another 12, no problem.
Yeah. That's pretty
I
funny.
learned that from Average Aiden, actually. He was kind of the guy I aspired to when it comes to doing like these 24-hour more streams. He's an absolute animal. He's done a 48-hour stream before. Like, who the hell does that?
48 hours.
How?
Holy crap. 48 hours.
Basically a zombie at the end of that
Oh,
one.
I bet, man. Dude, I can imagine. I would struggle with 24, and I've been toying with the idea, but man, 48 hours. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane,
Absolutely
dude.
bonkers.
That's absolutely insane.
I don't even know how.
I don't either. I'm sitting here scratching my head going, I don't know that I could make 24 hours. How the hell would I do 48 hours?
Yeah, exactly. It's insane. He's just an animal. I don't know how he does it.
I would
He does
pass
it all
out.
the time.
I would absolutely pass out. So, all right. So how did you, let's go back to some of your breaks and stuff. You were talking about you playing with Alinity. How did you get where you played with Alinity on a regular basis?
So it was kind of like a combination of her mods. So she's got a couple of mods, Bob, Krownick, and Prototype.
Yep.
I kind of knew who they were prior to, because when I was playing PUBG, Krownick is also a friend of my friend Brogar, who was my PUBG teammate at the time. And I'm not exactly sure how it all came to be, but so Alinity wanted to get some gamers to play with her in Twitch Rivals. And then she was practicing with these dudes, these two people, but they were like European, so they couldn't play in it with her. So like last minute, they ended up being like, oh well, like guess we were screwed. We can't play with you. And, like they couldn't do anything about it, right? Like it wasn't anybody's fault besides
Right.
the fact that they didn't know the rules.
Right. Right.
And so she was like in panic, like who do I get? Is there anybody out there who knows some gamers, somebody to play with me for this Twitch Rivals? And that's kind of how I came into the picture. I didn't end up doing Twitch Rivals with her because
Yeah.
it was just like didn't have enough time to figure it all out.
Right.
So she didn't end up doing it, but I got to play with her before, and it was because of her mods, Proto and Krownick, who knew Brogar, who then Brogar maybe have suggested me, but Proto stopped by my stream and said like, hey, do you want to try playing with Alinity?
Yeah.
And like I kind of knew who she was prior. Like I knew a couple of things. Like I've heard her name before. I knew who she was. I knew what she looked like. I never really watched her before, but I don't really watch too many people on Twitch that I guess aren't like people that I've known, like
Right.
other people that I've streamed with and
Yeah.
played with that were streamers. And so when they told me that, like I knew she had a following. I was just like, yeah, like of course, like, if you want me to play with
exactly.
you.
Let's go.
Like I don't see why you would turn the opportunity down.
No, absolutely not. Exactly. Well, I think
Yeah.
actually, that's funny because you're telling me that girl kind of had the same situation. I think that's how
Exactly,
girl
yeah.
met Alinity, was the exact same way. So, but I mean, I've seen you play with a lot of different streamers. I've seen you play with Alinity and Girl, and of course tonight I was watching you and you played with Average
Aiden,
Aiden,
Tom.
yeah, and Tom. So
Or T squared.
T squared, yeah. So how did you now you've known them for a while, or
No, it's actually kind of funny. So I only met, like I've known who T squared was for a long time. He's an old Halo pro. So I've known who he was since I was young, like 12, 13, 14, somewhere in there. Like I've known who he was for a long time. And this was just after, maybe a month after I met Alinity and started playing with her. So Natty was playing with Josh OG and T squared, which Josh OG is another big streamer.
Yep.
He's a really good dude. I love his streams. I've subbed to him for a couple of months before I ran out of dough, so I had to cancel it. But so Natty was playing with Josh and T squared, Tom, and Josh got off. So I was like, "Hey Natty, what's going on?" She's like, "Pip, come play." I'm just like, that's T squared. I'm hopping in this event.
I'm in. Let's go.
I'm getting in there.
Let's
And,
go.
Like, I've been in T squared's stream prior to that for a while, and like I mentioned him, I think he like killed me one time or something, and I stopped by his stream and just was like, "GG, brother, you know what's up? Thank you for or not thank you, lol.
Well, yeah.
Have a good night, kind of thing. Like, nice to see you in game.
You just
kinda.
wrecked me. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for shooting me in the face. Appreciate it. And so I don't know when exactly that was, but I hopped into the games with her and T squared. We had a bunch of really good games, and then I don't remember exactly how I ended. I probably just asked like Tom, like, "Yo, do you want to play some more or something?" And then we ended up we kept playing, got to know each other a little better, had a lot of fun, got a lot of frags, got a lot of wins. So everything was going pretty good. So we just kept playing together. We got to know each other better, and now we're pretty good buds, broskies, whatever.
Man, you gotta love Twitch community.
Yeah, you really do. It's
Yeah, because
crazy.
I've met so many people, man. Like when I first started this, and I've heard about Twitch, and I was like, I'm not a good enough gamer to stream. And then some of my buddies was like, just do it, because I live for technology. I live for gaming and PC and everything else. So why not, right? So it's like you said earlier. It's like you said earlier. If you don't get into streaming to be big and earn money. If it happens, fantastic. But if it doesn't, then you got to enjoy what you do. You got to enjoy what you do first. I've been watching you for a little while now, man. I got to tell you, I love your energy. I love your gameplay. You're charismatic, and you're fun to watch. You just it's a lot of good stuff there.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. I hope that you make it really big. You're a good dude. I've enjoyed watching you. I've enjoyed seeing your gameplay. I wish I was as good with the aim as you guys are, but I've watched so many streamers, and I'm thinking, how do you get this good at this game, man? Like, do you ever do the what is it, aim labs, or do you ever practice your aim or any of that?
Yep, Kovacs is a huge one. I try to do it pretty much before I go into any FPS game.
So you just kind of warms up your reflexes and gets your memory muscles going.
Yep, warming up the muscles, warming up the mouse hand.
Yep.
And
And
the one that I talked about, Kovacs, is really, really good. I highly recommend it to anybody
so
that wants to get
where do
better at
you
aiming.
get that? Where do you get? Where's
It's in
this?
Steam. It's
It's
on
in
Steam.
Steam. Okay.
It's
Okay.
spelled Kovaaks, and then it's like Kovacs Aim Trainer, I think. But if
Got
you
you.
just type in Kovacs, you should be able to find
Should
it.
be able to find it. Okay.
Mhm.
Got you. I'm gonna have to check that out because, well,
I highly recommend it. Highly.
at my age, I'd probably have to practice for about 6 hours, and then I should be good. So, but it takes me about 2 hours of streaming to get warmed up, and then I actually start killing people. So, so let's talk more about your stream and Twitch. What did you have a moment where you were like, holy crap, what are all these people doing watching me? Like, have you had that moment?
That's been more or less the moment the last couple months. Pretty much, I want to say like maybe about a month ago. That's pretty much all of my growth has been in the last 4 months since like January, February.
Got you.
And only probably because I've been able to have a consistent schedule and people know when I'm going to be around, I'm going to be live.
Mm-hmm.
Also, due to all the people I've met, thankfully to the connections I've made, I've gotten to meet a lot of their people that they have in their streams, a lot of hosts from all these people that I've made connections with. So like, it's like the domino effect. You know, you keep making connections, and they just keep going.
Keep going.
Don't stop as long as you keep grinding, keep staying consistent.
That's right. And so you're making connections, and people are watching other people stream, and they're like, oh, this is this Pippen Prime dude. And then it's just kind of a snowball effect. I got you.
Yep. Meet more people, and it keeps spreading your name around.
If you don't mind me asking you, you're in college, is that right? You said
Yep,
college?
I am going into my last semester this fall.
So what are you studying?
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. So is that
Sir.
pretty difficult classes?
Very difficult.
And what kind of
Yeah.
job are you wanting to get when you get out?
That's kind of the nice thing about mechanical engineering. It's very broad, because you could go pretty much anywhere with that kind of degree. Because a mechanical engineer basically is, I want to say it's like what is the saying? A man of all trades or jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I could work at McDonald's as like some kind of engineering job there. I don't know exactly McDonald's.
What they would
really
need, but yeah,
but
I get you though.
like shit. Like I could probably work at like a car dealership kind of thing. Like I could work at Ford. I could work at Boeing. I could be all over the place. Pretty much any company that has a decent, I guess, size to it and is always trying to expand and improve how their company works, like the quality of it,
Mm-hmm.
the efficiency of it. That's like a mechanical engineer's job, is to make things easier to do
Got you.
while still keeping that quality up.
I understand. I got
And
you.
I've learned a lot about what it takes to be a mechanical engineer in my co-op I'm doing right now. A lot.
So is this like a full, like a bachelor's degree, 4-year degree kind of thing?
Yep.
Do you think, or do you want to try to get your master's or further education after that, or have you thought about it at all?
I think my ideal, like if I were to make a plan for when I'm done with college, like when I graduate this December, my ideal plan is to continue growing the stream. Because like I know when I start college in the beginning of September, I'm gonna be very limited on time. So I'm gonna have to set a really tight schedule and maintain it. I won't be able to stream 24 hours. I won't be able to stream for 8 hours a day.
Right.
I'll probably be able to keep a 2 to 3 hour stream relatively easily, but going into senior year, or senior semester, I guess, it's really, really important
It's
you
the
don't
tough ones.
screw
Yeah.
this one off. Yeah,
Mhm.
you gotta make sure you're on top of everything.
Yeah.
Luckily, I prepared pretty well. I've taken a bunch of summer classes. Pretty much every summer I've taken a couple classes, so I don't have to have a full workload this last semester. I
Got
only
you.
have 9 credits. And
Oh, that's
2 of
not too
them
bad. That's not
Yeah.
too bad. That's not
I'm
bad at
hoping
all.
with that I will still be able to do a relatively good hourly stream or daily stream hour. But
Got you.
we'll have to see that when we get there, cross that bridge when we get there, kind of thing.
I got you.
But I've gone three and a half years of college. I'm not going to throw away the last semester.
Oh no, definitely
Or
not.
anything.
Finish that degree, man. That's the best advice I can give anybody.
Mhm.
That's
College
so
first, schooling
important.
comes first.
Yep, that's right. Because you never know. Because
You never know.
you don't know. It's kind of like I deal with a lot of athletes and people who play a lot of sports in college, and that's the one thing. You could get injured, you go to pro, you get drafted. That's great, but you could get injured on the first game and not be able to play anymore. Got to finish that degree. You got to have something to fall back on, man.
Yeah, I mean, I could just say screw it and drop out this last semester, but you never know when your roommate's gonna walk by naked and get your screen banned. You're screwed. I'm just saying, you don't know. You can't control everything.
You can't control it. You're right.
I could be
You're
a
right.
full-time streamer for a year, and then for some reason my hammered roommate walks by just absolutely naked, and my channel is banned.
Banned. Well,
Man,
you're
no
so
degree.
close, man. If you didn't finish it, I believe I'd have to come find you and beat your ass anyway. So
No, my mom would kill me. I would have to move to Europe or something. To change my name. She
people
would
be
find
lined
my
up.
ass and hunt me down.
People be lined up to kick your butt. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I would have
Yeah.
so many family members kicking my ass. I have a big family, so I would get a lot of ass kicking. So
Yeah. Man, look, I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I don't want to keep you too late. Thank you so much for doing this interview, man. I feel honored to be able to talk to you, and I've really thoroughly enjoyed your stream. You've like I said before, you're a fantastic personality to watch. You're easy to talk to, and I really appreciate you doing this, man.
thank you very much, Fondu. I appreciate you taking the time to interview me. I'm hoping that this is a good thing for you. Hope it helps you out and stuff.
Man,
as
it's gonna help us all out, and that's it's all about just for me. It's about meeting new people, man. I'm kind of like you said earlier. I've never met. You said you haven't met anybody you didn't like. I've never met a stranger. Everybody I meet, I like to talk to people. I like to get to know them. And that's kind of why I stream, and that's why I joined Gamer Nation News, was to just be able to talk to people, and that's what I'm getting to do here. So this is an honor for me, man, and I really appreciate it.
of course.
It's been great, man. Like I said, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. You're phenomenal. Everybody, give it up for Pippen Prime.
Thanks, guys.
See you, buddy. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too.